Una yeah yeah, una yeah, una yeah yeah, una yeah yeah, una yeah, una yeah yeah, una.
In the rich mountains of Mindanao, the southern part of the Philippines, there dwell several tribes of indigenous people collectively known as Lumad. For hundreds of years, the Lumad have protected their lands and culture against foreign colonial domination. They are the people untarnished by Spanish, Japanese, and American influences. Mindanao is rich in natural resources including minerals like gold, nickel, coal, and copper. The island hosts the majority of local and foreign large-scale mining companies in the country. But despite its natural wealth, in the rural hinterland communities of indigenous people, basic social services like education and health are severely limited, while the presence of large-scale mining and logging grows larger. This is a story about people, of mountains eroded by blasts of dynamite, of rivers streaked with many shades of brown, of babies killed by bullets, of many deaths, of burned villages, of corporate greed, and of a government that tolerates all of these. These are the moments that really remind you of how brutal and unjust Philippine society is. This is a story that happens too often that it has ceased to become news.
I had to declare martial law in the Mindanao group of islands for a period that exceeding 60 days, effective as of May 23, 2017.
The island of Mindanao has long been the deadliest place in the Philippines for individuals defending their land and environment from extractives and agribusiness interests. The threat to these defenders escalated with the imposition in 2017 of a state of martial law across Mindanao, meant to help the government root out terrorists who had seized the city of Marawi. Under the pretext of security operations, however, the military has ramped up its targeting of land and environmental defenders, according to the watchdog group Global Witness. Global Witness named the Philippines the deadliest country in the world for environmental defenders in 2018, recording at least 30 killings that year. The sun rises each morning through the valleys. Steam lifts off the tall grasses, roosters crow loudly, and children harvest firewood to prepare our morning meal. Youth sing songs as they cook on the blazing fire. Embedded in the lyrics is our vision of a new culture, of unity in defense of their ancestral lands. This school is a haven for young people to learn, who are often the first in their lineage of farmers to receive a formal education. And while this space is meant to be a safe haven, the children also sing stories of death, stolen land, and forced evacuation from ancestral domains under the rule of martial law.
I will use the armed forces, the Philippine Air Force. Talagang babombahan ko yung mga lahat ng ano ninyo.
Because of heavy militarization, their community and family took shelter in evacuation shelters for months and found their homes, properties, and even their church burned upon their return.
I wish that someday we can go back to our community in Wakraman. It's a city, but we live unhappily because we are far away with our parents.
Pati bisog ko iya. Sumat kano kay pati bisog. Kako kay ko kaakawang kay tatano. Marisod no kaakaw kapantaron. Sumigulong kapulangi minsan nang dainway salog sa dun sa bubungan. Sika ipati bisog na yun. Ayaw ko no mahuwak na bubungan ko no kami na.
Dahil sa patuloy na pagkakampo sa aming mga komunidad, kami mga kababaihan ay nagkakaisa sa pamamagitan ng sabukahan na isang organisasyon ng lahat ng mga kababaihan sa Mindanao, na hindi kami titigil sa patuloy na pakikibaka, dahil kung titigil kami sa aming pakikibaka, paano na yung Pantaron? Paano na yung Pantaron Range na bundok na kung saan doon nanggaling ang malalaking ilog sa Mindanao, ang Pulangi River, ang Talomo River, ang Salog River. Kung mamimina yan, malalaging yan.
Kurang.
O yeah, saan kami pupunta? Paano na yung mga anak namin?
Sabakan panawahan ko, igundang sika, igundang ka pangimatay sa mga apo ko. Waro salo o gimatayan. Hunted kunto sa nid ng panahon to kay mo nila doon pad apo ko rin ng pangimatayan. Panda ka punto sundalo. O panuungon kasi umpak din paris salo dito gimatayan din. Wara-wara man kamaupian doon. Nakaiba ka ang suot ni Butiti. So, presidente ka parang. So, tuli ka sama tagumano ta Mindanao. Sikay ka o kaglantaw pag-ugpo. Ay ka magpakalantaw. Presidente ka nagpakalantaw pag-ugpo. Nakaipasabot ang kailing doon. Kag kaupian ko ma. Nagpanolopi. Basta panolopi ka naman kay kung ugalingan ka na kay girabotan. Susi ka nakagawang langkid, sige kay gawang ali. Risad-risad ta pamitaw, ta maistaranaw, patuguan tat apo ta, ag uluhom pad na kahi. What, impiisi ka? Impiipig tuglo. Impiipad ka migtuglo na apo ko tanang ka migtuglo. Naluwag na sabutan, no da isya.
Yung panawagan ko na itigil na yung pamamaslang sa mga lumad. Kasi sa ngayon, patuloy pa rin yung pagpaslang ng aking mga apo sa mga volunteer teacher. Sabi ni Bae na, imbis na kami yung nangangailangan ng edukasyon, kami yung nangangailangan ng mga guro para turuan ng aking mga apo. Pero ano yung inuutos ni Duterte sa kanyang mga sundalo, sa kanyang mga AFT na papatayin? Ilang beses na kaming nanghingi sa Department of Education ng edukasyon, pero hindi po kami binigyan. Dapat sana ikaw, Presidente, dapat ikaw ang good model of this nation. Dapat ikaw ang mamuno na dapat wala ng gulo, lahat ng mga tao ay magkaintindihan. At kaming mga lumad, hindi na kami guluhin sa aming mga lumad schools kasi kami may mga paaralan na gusto namin na ang mga lahat ng mga kabataang lumad ay makapag-aral. Kung uuwi kami sa Mindanao, sa aming mga komunidad, gagawa kami ng paraan upang hindi makapasok ang mga sundalo at mga investors na gustong minahin ang aming mga komunidad. Gagawa kami ng balatik, ng litag, ng siyal, na isa ito sa aming tradisyonal kung ito ay sa pangayaw.
Mining oligarchs have encroached on Lumad ancestral domains and trampled upon their cultural identity and their right to live a life free from poverty and discrimination. Lumads flee from militarized communities. Closer narratives from teachers, children, Lumad leaders, and community organizers expressing their centuries-long struggles to their ancestral lands, which have been long abused by different self-serving, fascist administrations and imperialist motives. Frame after frame, the stories unfold their core sentiment of how much they are deeply affected by the state-sponsored violence being spread within their localities. Their eyes tell 1,000 stories of fear and weariness. Indeed, this is a story that must be told and retold, because nobody listens, because it goes on, because others choose to ignore it, and because the dead cannot be forgotten.